Car D Kaizoku.
This video is sponsored by Nen Garden. They've got playmats ranging from One Piece and even non-One Piece. Check out their new exclusive Joker playmats, now available for pre-order in 2 variants, one in full color and one in sleek black and white at nengarden.com. Just in time now that all of you have switched your mains to this guy, use NEN15 for 15% off your first order, plus apply my affiliate code CARD-KAIZOKU for an additional 5% on top of that. That's right, that's 20% off your order. This video is sponsored by gumgum.gg. Man, what deck should I play today? Oh, I know, I'll head over to gumgum.gg for the most up-to-date One Piece deck lists, updated daily with over 1,000 deck lists per set, including both Eastern and Western decks. Whether you're chasing the meta or hunting for rogue strategies, use gumgum.gg. This video is sponsored by Card Market, Europe's largest online marketplace for trading card games. So SHANKS in OP09 is a meta-viable red leader, mono red leader. We haven't had one of those in a very long time actually. And he's a lot more defensive as well, and that's thanks to his leader ability. So SHANKS is a mono red leader, 5000 power, 5 starting life. His leader effect reads once per turn. You may activate this effect when your opponent attacks. Give it to one of your opponent's leaders or characters minus 1000 power for the turn. So essentially it's a free 1k counter every turn, and it's when your opponent attacks on your opponent's turn. You cannot use this on your turn. There was a lot of confusion regarding that when this card was first spoiled, but do take note, it's only when your opponent attacks on their turn. But yeah, this deters any like free 5k leader swing that your opponent can do towards you every turn. It's great at keeping extra cards in your hand as well to protect your characters against too. But yeah, let's take a look at the deck list. For OP01 Otama, 1 cost 2k counter. On play, give it to one of your opponent's characters minus 2000 power for this turn. So there's a lot of KO in this deck that is based around your opponent's character's power. So Otama just helps as a one-down solution to make those thresholds be even easier to meet. You're specifically looking towards meeting like 5k and 6k, right? Whatever you can get to make your opponent's characters that small. You have options in your deck that can just KO them. And then at the end of the day, she's also a 2k counter, so she's great for that. Most of the time, I say that Otama is like a flex 2k counter slot you can substitute in a red deck, but I think in this case for SHANKS, you do want Otama no matter what. 2 OP06 SHANKS, 10 cost 12k power. On play, you can KO up to one of your opponent's characters with 10,000 power or less. So this is just a option to equalize against other decks that like to have like a high top end, right? The SHANKS pops a Gecko Moria, it pops a 9 cost Rush Luffy that you're gonna see a lot against Purple Luffy. It pops anything against Enel as well. It pops a Jack too, right? Jack is notoriously really hard to remove because he's both 8k power plus like 11 cost on board. So cards that try to remove it via cost have a hard time, but then the SHANKS can outright just kill it because yeah, 8k power is a stat line that the SHANKS can handle. And this is searchable in our deck too, thanks to Uta, so that's why we run it as a 2 of. 4 OP08 Silver's Rayleigh, 8 cost 8k power. On play, choose up to 2 of your opponent's characters until the end of your opponent's next turn. Give one of them minus 3k and the other one minus 2k, and then after this you can KO a 3k or less on board. So yeah, that minus 3, minus 2, it persists for one of your opponent's turns. This, combined with your leader ability, does mitigate a lot of damage for one turn against you. And then on top of that, you could potentially kill one thing that's 3k or less. And also all 3 of these effects are independent of each other. So there are some games where you'll see in this video where I debuff 2 things that I don't want to hit me, and then I KO one target that I don't want to be alive. Right? I managed to deal with 3 characters this way with the silvers. Only caveat is, yeah, he's not searchable in the deck, so you do have to like kind of top deck him, but he's really great for what he does for our deck. Right, he's both a control option and then like a pretty aggressive attacking character as well himself. 4 OP09 Uta, 1 cost 2k power, 1k counter. On play, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal a red hair pirates type card, add to your hand, and then place the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. So yeah, 1 cost searcher for the red hair pirates type. She herself is not a red hair pirate, so she cannot search for another Uta. Well, this specific Uta anyway, but I don't think there's any Utas that are red hair pirates type characters. But great for consistency and great at thinning out her deck. 4 OP09 SHANKS, 10 cost 12k power. So he just has a special rule built-in where all of your opponent's characters have minus 1000 power, meaning that this lasts on your turn and your opponent's turn. So not only are they squishier to attack into, but they are squishier to attack back into you. Plus your leader ability makes this kind of like a free 2k counter every turn. And he also has Rush, right? He's a 10 cost 12k Rush attacker that makes something weaker. So he's great for offense and defense. Dropping 2 of these or 3 of these back to back is pretty devastating to your opponent because they do stack with each other. Right, imagine having minus 3k on all the characters on your opponent's side of the board. 2 OP09 Silver's Rayleigh, 5 cost 6k power, 1k counter. blocker. Then on play, if your opponent has 2 or more characters with an original power of 5,000 or more, draw 2 cards and discard 1 card from your hand. So yeah, it's a queen effect, but it's much more conditional. It's only when your opponent has 2 characters with 5k or more. That's based on original power though, so you don't have to worry about like power reducing characters when you're KOing it. But yeah, I just have this as like a card draw option when you're trying to just survive in the late game after you dropped your like Rayleighs or Shanks. Sometimes you just need a blocker to survive one more turn to kill your opponent on the clapback. And I like Silver's Rayleigh in that you can draw a card too, sometimes. But again, like the 8 cost Silver's Rayleigh, he's not searchable in this deck. 3 OP09 Building Snake, 1 cost 2k power. So activate main, you can place this character on the bottom of your deck, and then you can give one of your opponent's characters minus 3k power. Just a reprint of Gordon and Raise Max, but in the red hair pirates type, so it's searchable by Uta. This is just great for trading against your opponent's characters. You have quite a lot of beefy characters, and then Building Snake helps you attack back into your opponent's rested characters. And even if they're not rested, you can use Building Snake with a few cards that we're going to go over really soon to KO stuff that's active. But yeah, just a flexible like removal setup card for the deck. 4 OP09 Ben Beckman, 7 cost, 7k power, 1k counter. On play, trash out to one of your opponent's characters with a power of 6,000 or less. So yeah, this is one of those options that you can combine with Building Snake or Otama. So he just outright trashes a character. That's better than KO, because characters that can't be KO'd, that have that effect, or they have like an on KO effect, it can be bypassed by this Ben Beckman because it goes directly to the trash. So this gets rid of things like Borsalino, or you can kill your opponent's Lucky Roo and it won't trigger their Lucky Roo to like kill you back. And then on top of that, he also has 1k counter, so he's not even a dead card in hand with having such a strong removal effect. Ben Beckman is a great like mid-game equalizer too. Especially combined with Building Snake, you can KO a 9k power character basically. I'm sorry, not KO, trash. 4 OP09 Hongo, 3 cost, 3k power, 2k counter. You can activate main if you rest this character, and if your leader is a red hair pirates type leader, you can give it to one of your opponent's characters minus 3k power for the turn. So that's a reusable Otama every turn that you keep him alive, but he's really just a 2k counter and then a very emergency 3 cost minus 2k if you need it to like KO something. 4 OP09 Yasop, 5 cost, 6k power, 1k counter. On play, you can give it to one of your leaders plus 1000 power until the end of your opponent's next turn. Then times 1 when attacking, up to one of your opponent's characters get minus 1000 power for the turn. So yeah, he makes you a 6k base leader for a turn. It does like buy you a turn of not being attacked into, because your opponent would have to like forego playing anything, because with this Yasop plus your leader ability, that's like 2k power more that they have to like muster up to even like get you to counter 1k in the end to stop it. And then that's 2 down less they would have to use for their turn to play something, so they probably will forgo attacking you and just use all their dawn to develop some character for their turn. So Yasop's great for that, and then even after that, Yasop can give minus 1k to something when he attacks with the dawn attached. Sometimes that 1k is what you need on top of like the Otama or the Building Snake to play into like a Ben Beckman play or a 7 cost Newgate play. So it's just a nice to have if you need it. It's a 1 dawn option for minus 1k. 4 OP09 Lime Juice, 3 cost, 3k power, 2k counter. On play, up to one of your opponent's characters with the power of 4000 or less cannot activate blocker for this turn. But in this deck, it's mainly just a 2k counter. I don't think I've ever used that effect to like deny a blocker from the opponent, but it's there if you need it, I guess. And it only works against like chump blockers 4000 power or less, but it's still a 2k. We don't have 12 red hair 2k counters, so we have to run Lime Juice. 4 OP09 Lucky Roo, 4 cost, 5k power, 1k counter. Blocker, and then on KO, if your leader has a red hair pirates type, you can KO a opponent's character with the original power of 6000 or less. So Lucky Roo is like your early game like ticking time bomb. Right? Anything that your opponent attacks with, you can just kill with Lucky Roo. It's a free block against anything that you want to kill, and then Lucky Roo will take your opponent's characters down with them. This is especially good against decks like Purple Luffy, right? When they're playing their Luffy Taro into Sangoro combo. They attack you next turn with Sangoro or Luffy Taro, you block with Lucky Roo. You can take down the Sangoro with the Lucky Roo. You don't have to expend any like removal to kill them, and then you would have stopped an attack too. This means you can also like freely attack with them. Right, you'll get that 5k attack with him in. Your opponent most likely won't attack into him because they don't want their characters to die. Unless they don't have any characters out, that's when you would have to worry about Lucky Roo dying. But that also means that you free up Lucky Roo from being a blocker to KO something, so it depends game by game whether you want to attack with Lucky Roo or not. But for the same reason we use Silver's Rayleigh in the late game, sometimes you do just need like a blocker to stall one attack to go for game. 1 OP09 Gold D Roger, 10 cost, 13k power, rush. And then if your opponent activates blocker, and then if you or your opponent has 0 life, you just win the game. This is a super tech card against decks that like to stall against you, or if you feel like in the value race your opponent might kill you like the turn after, you could just take life and go to 0 and then play Roger and then hope they don't have the counter for this. And yeah, it's 13k, it's 1k more than the Shanks that we saw earlier for 10 Dawn, and he has Rush, he can attack pretty big number. To counter against 13k against like a 5k base leader, since your opponent cannot block, right? If they block, they lose. That would be what, a 2k makes you 7, 9, 11, 13, 14. That's 5 cards, 4 2k counters and a 1k. So if your opponent has a 5-ish card hand, there's a pretty good chance they're not all 2ks, so you have a good shot at killing your opponent with a Goldie Roger. But don't blame me when that all goes wrong. You have to balance your own risk that way. For starter deck 15, Edward Newgate, 7 cost 8k power. On play, give it to one of your characters or a leader, 1 rested Dawn. Then activate main. If you rest this character, you can kill to one of your opponent's characters with 5000 or less power. So yeah, this is similar to Ben Beckman. It's another 7 Dawn KO option. Newgate is great in that every turn that he lives, you can just use this effect again. So he's really potent against decks like Doflamingo. A lot of his characters are 5k or less, so if you can keep this Newgate alive, you're killing one of his characters every turn. And then again, combined with Otama or Building Snake, he does KO up to like an 8k. And finally, we have 2 OP04 Bad Manners Kick Cores, 0 cost event. It's a counter event, and then if you trash a card from your hand, you can give up to one of your leaders or characters plus 3k power during the battle. So it turns any card in your deck into a 3k counter. We do have a few bricks, right? Our top end. All of our 10 costs don't have counter, our Silver Israeli don't have counter, Edward Newgate doesn't have counter, so this turns it into a 3k counter if we need it for survival. Then on trigger, you can give it to one of your opponent's leaders or characters minus 3k power for the turn. That's also great too sometimes. For starting hands, you'll want Uta, Yasop, and Lucky Roo. So Uta is just a great like early Dawn play. You sometimes don't have anything to do for like 2 turns actually, because a lot of the cards in our deck are like 4 or 5 costs or higher. If we're going first, that is sometimes a little detrimental because we have nothing to play. So we just attack with this Uta for 5 when we're at our 3 Dawn turn, and then with our leader for 5. And then yeah, just having Lucky Roo and Yasop early is also a great relief if you don't find it with the Uta search. Because again, if we end up with like our Ben Beckmans or 7 cost Newgates and our like 10 cost Shanks and our 8 cost Silver Israeli, we can't play any of those cards for a very long time. We're just swinging at leader with all of our Dawn for a few turns. So just having something early on does like help prevent the early game aggression from your opponent because you have something to attack back into them with besides your leader. And Lucky Roo is just like a great like deterrent to have early on. They don't want to play out like their best characters because they'll just die to Lucky Roo, so they'll save it for like a later turn. Here are some cards to consider. So these 2 cards were actually in my like early Shanks curve analysis video before 09 released in Japan. I believe I posted this video like 4 months ago in July. So yeah, I do still think these cards could be a viable pick for the deck, and it is starter deck 15 Ace. So he's a 5 cost 6k rush attacker. He even has 1k counter. Except in this deck he doesn't have rush, but the reason why he's still good, I feel, is that once per turn, if this character would be removed from play, so that's either by bouncing or by KO or by even trashing or bottom decking too, right? You give him minus 2k instead and he stays on board. This is pretty sticky. I think it's a great option against removal heavy decks, right? You just get to keep your ace, or you at least have a chance at countering to defend him too after you get to minus 2k. Keep him on board to apply more pressure for you the next turn. But yeah, since we're not a White Bay Pirates deck, he does not get rush. There's also Gum Gum Red Hawk, so it's 2 Dawn event counter. It buffs your leader or character for 4k, that's pretty standard. Then on top of that, it KOs a opponent's character with 4000 power or less. So this can be combined with your leader ability actually. So you give minus 1k to something, you can KO a 5k power character this way. This is especially useful against decks like Doflamingo, because a lot of the characters are 5k power. And then, as we mentioned earlier, with the curve of our deck, we don't really have too much to play early on besides the Uta, right? Our 3 Dawn turn's awkward, our 2 Dawn turn without an Uta is awkward. If you have this Gum Gum Red Hawk, it's perfect for that. It fills it in nicely. If your opponent uses the Doflamingo leader ability to cheat out something, you leader ability, give it minus 1k, and then Red Hawk to stop not only the 7k from your Doflamingo's leader hit on you, but you can also KO whatever they just played out. And as a trigger too, it saves your ass. It's minus 10k to something, outright nullifying an attack basically. It's like a bedge trigger. So you might find some use in these 2 cards. And also you might even consider upping the ratio of the Goldie Roger. I think you can even run it as a 2-of if you feel like 1 is not enough. Because yeah, having a 1-of and being unsearchable is kind of hard to find this Goldie Roger when you do need it. Also Building Snake, you could even bump this guy up to 4, right? That minus 3k built into a 1 Dawn package is great for a lot of control for your deck. Because even when you don't find your Newgates or your Ben Beckmans, you can just pop out a Building Snake to attack with your leader into something. I just didn't want too many bricks in the deck, but I can totally see 4 Building Snake. And then the card that I would cut to accommodate any of these 4 choices here is Yasop. The Yasop is great in preventing one turn of attacks, but that's pretty much where his usefulness ends. And usually, even if it's your opponent's 6th on turn, which is after you play this Yasop, they won't have like the Dawn available to attack into you anyway, right? They would have to play a 5-drop and then devote 1 Dawn to their leader to hit you, or forego developing a 6-drop with their 6th on turn because of Shank's leader ability providing you that extra -1k, right? So I feel like you already deter a lot of attacks already anyway, so Yasop is kind of overkill on top of that. But don't get me wrong, I still think he's a great character, but if you did want to fit in another copy of Building Snake or another copy of Goldie Roger or try out Ace or Red Hawk, Yasop would be like the card I would cut to accommodate these options. And then if Ace and Red Hawk catches on, don't forget that I included these in my video in July, so you saw it here first, hopefully. And that's our Shanks deck for OP09. It is a strong deck, it's meta, it's showing up in tournaments in Japan. It's great to see red in the top of the meta again, mono red at least. In this deck, I would suggest going second, right? The deck can run either way. You do have like evens and odds with the cost of the cards in your deck, but I do feel like going evens, there's a lot less dead turns. Going odds, you'll have like awkward turns where you can't play like Lucky Roo until your 3rd turn, and then Silver's Rayleigh until like your 5th turn, and then Shanks is a turn later too because he's 10 costs, so that's why I like going second personally. Yeah, I hope you give Shanks a try. He's definitely a pretty simple deck. It's not too complicated. You're playing like the biggest thing you can every turn that deals with your opponent's board, and then preventing your opponent from attacking you too much with your leader ability. So in that regard, yeah, I think Shanks is a good deck to start with if this is like your first set starting with a One Piece card game. Hope you give it a try if you haven't already, and then hope you enjoyed the gameplay that I'm about to showcasing the deck. And then I'll plug myself now. If you're not already subscribed, I would appreciate a subscription from you. I'm going to be doing the rest of the leaders in OP09, so be on the lookout for that. And yeah, just enjoy the sim gameplay of this deck. Shanks versus Purple Luffy. I think I learned that we go first in this matchup. Okay, it's kind of rough, but at least we have stuff to do early on. I really do need Building Snake in this matchup, I believe, so maybe it would have been worth it to mulligan, but I'm just happy to have something to do on my 3rd turn with Lucky Roo. So he passes. Okay, we get the Building Snake that we needed. 7 at least. He didn't play anything either, that's good. No Searcher Law. I think our Building Snake is safe, and I gotta dump my hand to play around Blocker Law anyway, so we'll play him out, pass. Right, because he's gonna ramp to 5. Well, leader ability has 5k at us. Ramp to 5, play Sangoro. Or Magellan? Sangoro, okay. I don't have an answer. Do 6 at lead. Maybe I should have done 5 with the Lucky Roo. Yeah, it's okay. So we'll play Lucky Roo now and pass. So I can Newgate next turn. If he has a Luffy Taro, I killed that with Newgate plus Building Snake, I guess. Why is his name Building Snake? That's such a dumb name. Okay, it ramps to 8. Attacks us for 6. That's so you can draw. We'll leader ability here, and then I guess counter 1. That he'll Taro, right? We'll block this and then kill Sangoro. Just wanted to know what he's gonna do. Could have just blocked the Sangoro hit, but I just wanted to have my options open. So it does play Law. So either he has a Taro or he's looking for it. Usohachi, okay. 2k Usohachi. Does have the Taro, so that guy's dead. Unless it's a Sangoro coming out. Okay, Onami. Not as bad. And since he had to deramp to play the Onami, it doesn't get the on-play effect. Alright, Building Snake. Then Newgate. Dawn Leader, Newgate pops, Luffy. 6 at lead. Counters 2, we'll pass. Okay, maybe I should start taking life. I'm out of stuff to play. A top decked 8 cost Silver's Rayleigh would be perfect right now, because that just pops his Onami for free while debuffing 2 other things. But then I would want them rested to attack into them, so not this turn but the turn after that, please. For now, what do I want? Just give me like a Ben Beckman or something. If it is Ben Beckman, I can even like search for a Building Snake maybe with Uta, and I'd have the Dawn for that. Uta, Building Snake, Ben Beckman. The should kill anything he plays this turn. Oh, except like a 9-cost Luffy. He is at 9, so leader attacks me for 5, I'll leader ability. I have a feeling a Luffy's coming out to kill my new gate. Yep. Okay, do I save my new gate though? Might be worth. Yeah, we'll counter 3. Okay, 2 Utas. First Uta finds us. Shanks for next turn. We'll take it. Second Uta finds us. 2k counter. Okay, we'll just pop the Nami. And then swing 12 into... It's just 2 cards if it's at the Luffy, so we'll do it at leader. Takes... Yeah, because if he ends up attacking into the new gate, that's fine, because I can kill it with the Shanks next turn anyway. And I preserve my life this way. If he wants to kill new gate. I also still have counter, too. Right, it's counter and then my 2k counter. Leader ability, then 2k counter is what I mean. That would mean he'd had to commit more Dawn on his leader to kill my new gate here. So he needs to put at least 1 Dawn on him, and he does that. Okay, so we'll leader ability, and then yeah, why not? We'll keep him alive. Maybe another 9-cost Luffy comes out. That would be nightmare scenario for me. Okay, he does attach 3 Dawn. He knows the card I have in hand is Shanks. But yeah, that's 3 less Dawn he can use for something to play this turn at least. So happy with that. And that means that my Shanks will get a lot of value, right? He'll have like a 5-6 drop max. I'll kill his 9 drop. I'll keep my 10 drop out. Okay, Law to find something to play. Maybe a Zordro. Yeah, I like this. In this final board state, I'll have a big guy and he won't. Okay, takes up a Finosuke. Maybe he has nothing to play at all, actually. Okay, Onami. Does let him draw a card. But yeah, this Onami can't stop this Shanks from killing this Luffy. I do think what was in our search. 2 10-cost Shanks, the rush one, is on the bottom of our deck. So we have 2 more somewhere. I don't even know if it's that good in this particular matchup. Okay, it does discard a Sanji, so he discarded a 1k. He must have a bunch of 2ks in hand, I'm guessing. So we're not in the clear just yet. But the Shanks will definitely help. And that's your turn, right? Yeah, 1 Dawn for Gum Gum Gigant. Or he could play another Law, or else, what else is he thinking of before passing? Okay, he just passes it. We'll do 5 into lead. Still at 5 life. Counters 1. We'll play Shanks to kill Luffy and pass. Okay, I have one other of this Shanks in my deck somewhere. Would help against his late game. I just gotta focus on protecting this guy. So I want to take some life this turn, just so I have counter. That is my goal. Attacks us for 6. We will take it. Here we get a Bad Manners Kick Course. That's some reassurance. We can turn anything into a 3k. Could be another Luffy for 9, or Lin to heal. I hope he plays 2 things, because I need him to have 2 5ks or more to draw with this Silver Israeli. Okay, Zordro. Play like a Sangoro or something. He has another Usohachi. He's got a bunch of Usohachis in hand. Usohachisme. What's the chisme? Purple Luffy's a chismoso, man. Okay, blocker Law. Okay, that gives me something to do with Silver Israeli, but I want to play Beckman though, you know? I want to play Beckman though, you know? Okay, we'll Beckman though, you know? So Beckman though killed blocker. Hold that lead. He blocks with Nami. Now, do I want to do 5-5 or do I want to flesh out the Gungam Giant now? Because 8k is a pretty good number for them to Gungam Giant. It's justifiable, right? There's no way he doesn't block with this Nami. It's 12k, come on. You got it. The thing is, do I have enough to protect this Shanks on the clapback? I think I do. 3k counter. Plus my leader ability, so he does block with the Nami. Yeah, we'll flush the Gigant, so 8 at lead. That does give him 2 more cards though, that might give him some options for his next turn. So there's Giant, Gigant, Kyojin. Okay, so Sanji discarded. We'll pass. Even if he plays a 9 cost Luffy, he doesn't have the Dawn to kill Shanks, right? Because he can make Luffy at 11k max. So he'd have to put like all Dawn on leader. 6 at me. We'll take it. Rayleigh is good. He's Rayleigh good. Okay, does 6 with the leader. Now, can I only use my leader effect on the first attack of the turn? Since he did it that way, did I lose access to this? Is that how it works? No, I can still use it. So I don't know what I was talking about. Frick. What do I do here? Yeah, I think I shouldn't take any more life. We'll counter. Then 9 cost Luffy comes out. Oh, Luffy Taro. Okay. So I can just pop whatever he plays out with the Rayleigh. Now I'll tag this Zordro, and then I have Shanks. Not Shanks. Building Snake too. I really do think I have to kill Sangoro though. But this Building Snake does let me access his Luffy Taro. Or should I just go for game? Do I even have to worry about it? Okay, we'll just do 12 at lead. See what happens. If he takes, we do 17. If he doesn't take, then we still have options. We can still Rayleigh if we need to. I think I'll save the Building Snake to counter 3k with. Okay, does Gigant the 12k, so he can defend it. He has 2 Gigants for this. It kind of makes me not want to go for game anymore. Okay, it does counter out of hand. Alright. So he goes down for another Gigant. I think it's okay to let the Sangoro live. No, wait, let's keep the Building Snake for counter, as we mentioned. So I have 2 Dawn to work with. So, Rayleigh -3, -2. Kill Sangoro. Then we'll do 7 into 4. Dies, and then 7 into lead. Counters 3k out of hand. Okay, we'll pass. So 3k counter, and then 3 life. I think we're in a pretty good position here. Oh, I thought I was taking a lot of time with my turns, but I have like like close to 5 minutes on top of him. So maybe I'm not playing as slow as I thought. Even if I think I'm playing slow, I actually want to use like 4 minutes of my turn. 3.5, right? Or I forgot what the starting time is. Oh, he just concedes? Nice, he didn't see a way out of it. He did have some blockers, but... Okay, cool. Bye. We have Gecko Moria versus Shanks Moria. We'll go second. Lucky Roo, and then nothing for a lot of turns. Let's mulligan, actually. Okay, I like this a lot more. Not really. It's just a bunch of 2Ks. Uta to find something to do. Yes, op. Sure. We'll pass. Okay, attacks us for 6. Does he leader ability here? He do. So hog back. I will just take it. Yep. Still nothing to do. That's not good. Okay, we'll do 5 with Uther. They counter 1, and then 6 with leader. Next turn, we can Yasop. Or, no, we can only Yasop. It does Sindri, fills their discard by 5 cards. They got some good stuff here. Ooh, I do have to worry about Isho now that I know that they run it. I do have a pretty big hand. So let's counter a bit. 6 of us will leader ability, and then counter 1 with... do I have to use the Ben Beckman? Yeah, let's just use Ben Beckman. 6 from leader cheats out a Absalom that can kill our Uta if they want. Yep, and then we'll counter this for 2. Okay, I can yes op, so we will yes on this op. You my op, hog back, he dies, we'll pass. Alright, I need my late game guarantee too, because I don't think I can match his if I had just have these new gates. I guess no, everything he cheats out every turn I can just pop with this new gate. Does attack us for 7. Then he'll do 8 with Absalom. So this I will counter 2 with the lime juice. So I'm safe from Isho. 8 from this guy, I'll leader ability counter 2 as well. Yep, leader ability counter 2. Right, so I can negate, pop stuff. Well, Yasop. 7 into Absalom, debuff him, he dies. Then we'll negate, down on leader, pop Hogback, 6 out lead. I think with this negate, he can't really do anything against us. We'll pass. He's got 9 down. He could play Gecko, but that means he can't contest any of my characters on board. I got 4k counter to save him. So he does Tempest Kick the Yasop, Absalom kills him. Okay, that's fine. I still got my negate. Dang, if I still had the Yasop, I could -1 the Yasop and then Building Snake to KO the Moria here. 10 cost Shanks is good though. Hey, we'll do that. Okay, so 5 out lead. We'll pop Absalom. Shanks, 10 lead, 12 out lead. The take will pass. So he'll need to commit like 6 Dawn if he wants a chance at even killing my Shanks, but I have the counter for that. Okay, he Ice Ages it so he can kill it some other way. Hina, he's a 1 cost. Leader ability into Absalom, 7 at us. Guess we'll take it. Okay, that's one way you can get rid of our Shanks. Now, does he do like 11 into Newgate? He does. Okay, we'll make that a even 10, and then I'll counter. Tree. What to do here? I mean, I can kill the Gecko with Otama Building Snake, but then that doesn't seem worth it. We'll do it like this. Newgate, down leader. Pop, kill. Pop, kill. I can make an 8 into a 6 with Building Snake. What are the chances he has counter for this? I hope not. I can guarantee it with the Otama. It would be 7 into 4. No, let's bet. 8 into 6. Don't have it. He had it. Dang it. I should have done it. Sorry. I'm sorry, Newgate. You're both gonna die this turn. Because I was too greedy. I should have used the Otama. What was I thinking? Okay, it does 11 into Newgate. We have to let him die. Then he'll do what? 12? Actually, I could have saved one of them, right? 11? Oh, wait, I can save this one. So minus, and then we'll counter. Whew. Okay, I get to keep 1. Click back in Moria, so we know that's no counter. We get freaking Roger here too. So play out Roger. 13 into Moria, he dies. We'll pop Hogback and then 5 into lead. So I have no counter. Counters 2 will pass. So I know he has Gecko and then nothing else. And then whatever he drew this turn. Okay, 7 at us. We'll take it. Building Snake. Gecko. Rebecca and brand new. Then takes back a Helmeppo Tashigi. Okay, oh, 10 cost Shanks. So we'll just get rid of Rebecca here. Do I have to kill brand new just in case? I think so. Kill brand new. Then 13 lead. Then Shanks. 12 lead. We'll pass. I don't know, maybe I didn't need to worry about the brand new after all. I could die here, I don't have any counter. Okay, he does 13 into Shanks. You got it. Dang, if I had any counter, did he know I have a Building Snake? Any counter would have stopped that. Yeah, you got that one too. Then I win now, right? So this is 18 plus 10. I can do 14, 14. Here's 14. There's no way he has this right. Took it. 14 lead. He's 1k short. Okay, that would have been really scary. So maybe I shouldn't have been so callous. Because what I could have done is Building Snake to kill the Moria. But he would have had counter, right? Because that's how he was almost able to survive against me. So it would have been a mistake to go for Moria. Right? 13 into 6k. So that was the right call, actually. Yeah, or even if he did counter disablement, that'd be all the cards in his hand, and then I kill with leader. Then he plays the second Gecko Moria. In that which case, well, I would still have the Roger out. I don't know. We won anyway, bye. We have Shanks versus Bonnie. We'll take second away from them. Lucky Uru should be good, right? It gets rid of Uruges and Cavendishes. We get to play it on curve too, which is good. Okay, so they play Bedge. That is not good. We'll pass. If it gets late enough, we can just pop it with the Silver's Rally. Okay, Texas for 8. I don't want to have to counter against it. So we'll do 5 at lead. They take it. We'll play Lucky Roo and pass. They'll play Cavendish and attack us for 6. We can leader ability counter 1 that. Attack us for 5. Okay, we'll just leader ability for free. Plays the Cavendish anyway, but has 2 Dawn up. I cannot deal with it. I need 1 more Dawn for a new gate. That's next turn. That's next turn me's problem. So we will play Yasop buff. Attack 6 into leader. What does he tap? Lucky Roo or Yasop? Probably Lucky Roo. Because he doesn't want his Cavendish to die. Die. We'll drop a Building Snake at the end of this turn. Yep, taps my blocker, which I was going to use to kill his guy. Lucky you. Lucky Roo. Oh! Good one. Good one, me. We'll play Building Snake and pass. I'm going to have to fit that one into a joke somehow later. Okay, 6 at me with just leader ability. Because I'm a 6k base thanks to Yasop. Cavendish can attack for free. Do I take to 3 though? That's the thing. I think I can counter with Yasop. I'm not going to use him anymore. Does Carrot to freeze my Lucky Roo, so he's as good as useless. 7 at me. He should really... Oh, he needed Rested Dawn to untap anyway, right? So this makes sense. We will leader ability. Already used it. Okay, we'll counter 2k then. Okay, so the thing is I need to attack with Yasop. So how do I do this? I can just kill Cavendish, right? Yeah. So -3 to Cavendish. And I'll attack him for 7. Get -1k to Carrot. Yeah, this works. I don't have 1 extra Rested Dawn I could use, but I have to play around the leader ability this way. So they tap my leader with it. We'll play New Gate. Random Dawn on somebody. We'll just kill Carrot and pass. Nice, that worked out. I think that was the optimal way to do that, right? Because of Bonnie's leader ability. So it does attack 8k into Lucky Roo. Sure, and then I'll kill your blocker. That's something I don't have to worry about again. So Carrot to freeze my New Gate. We just kill Carrot with Rayleigh? Or should I drop Shanks now? That'd be devastating. No, I think we can get away with Rayleigh. So we'll do 8 with the Yasop. Just tap my leader. Takes it. Rayleigh -3 and then kill. Carrot will pass. Would have been nice to have been able to kill 2 things or like debuff 2 things, but I think this is better. He's gonna 10 cost Doflamingo here. Yep, freeze my characters and my leader. So I can get -4 my 4,000 power. And then that doesn't let me kill with the New Gate, unfortunately. So I guess we will swing 8 at lead and then Shanks at lead. I have a lot of counter to protect my Shanks, hopefully. Unless he commits like all 10 Dawn to Doflamingo. Okay, does counter 4, we'll play Shanks out and attack for 12. He takes, we'll pass. Attacks us for 5, we'll just minus it. Another Doflamingo. 9 at Yasop. I mean, if he's gonna play another one, I want a character out. So we'll counter 4. Maybe a mistake. Okay, another 10 cost Doflamingo. Yeah, freezes everything but Yasop. Does this change anything? So I can make him an 8k. Swing 10 into him. I'm gonna play Lucky Roo, so maybe I'll just everything but 4. Yeah, we'll do 12 at 8. Should kill. Oh, he countered to save it. What the heck? Can I do 9 at 8? No, let's just attack 5 into lead. Thanks, we'll play Lucky Roo and pass. Was not expecting this Doflamingo to live, actually. But hopefully with Lucky Roo and the way he splits his Dawn, he can't get rid of too much on our board. Attacks us for 5, maybe a third Doflamingo's coming. 9 net. Yasop. Okay, he got that guy. I have Lucky Roo to go for game. Can he stop 10-10? We'll see. Oh, he put Dawn, so it's not another Doflamingo. 12 at Newgate will just block here. Then Hawkins. He needs to leave Dawn up for leader ability for a chance. Oh yeah, so Hawkins. So if he doesn't block, we can tap a Newgate to kill it. How do I do this? I think I just have lethal. Right? So we just do 12 with Shanks, see what happens. He'll tap Rayleigh, right? And then my Newgate can kill Hawkins? Oh no, he needs to be a 5k. Just tap my Newgate though before I can kill the Hawkins this way. So 4 cards is what? 8k, 13? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 makes me a 13. I have 2 Dawn left over to make him a 10, so that's not going to work out. But I think 11 should be enough. We'll see. 11k. It had to be like 2, 2, 2, 1 to survive this. But I like my odds, 11, 12. Even if I don't finish, he can't kill me because I have 4 lives still. It does block with the Hawkins here. And then all out, 12 at leader. Bye-bye. We got it. He rage quit even. Nice. Okay, bye. Okay, Shanks versus Purple Black Luffy will go... They want to go first, right? So we'll take it away from him. Keep this. Right, they want to ramp ASAP with the 3-cost Zoro, so we won't give it to them. Some game knowledge you gotta know. Just from 09. Hope this guy's an AFK. He's not. We'll play Uta. Ben Beckman. Don't have to worry about anything. No, late game I have to worry about. So we'll take a Shanks. Right, Ben Beckman handles like his Zoros and stuff, which is fine. I don't need to really worry about them. I have this Newgate too that can pop them. Okay, he does negative hollow me. Makes me discard my Lucky Roo. Okay, so it's not a conventional black purple Luffy. So all my strategy is out of the door now. So we'll do 5 at lead with Uta. So I'm guessing they run the blocker law that makes me discard and Isho that makes me discard. It's a hand control. Purple Black Luffy does counter 2k with the Black Maria, 5 at lead. Counters 1k. Okay, we'll pass. Other than the negative hollow, these are pretty standard Purple Black Luffy cards. Does play Perona. Okay, yep. We know what we're getting into here. We'll discard a Newgate. Does he attack us? We can just lead our ability, so why bother? Unless I misclick and don't do it. Okay, he just passes it. He has the respect for me at least, 5 at lead, that I won't misclick. But I don't even trust myself to not misclick, so I would say just go for it. Maybe I'll forget sometimes. Same advice for you guys. Go for it even if you think the optimal play your opponent will do, that they'll do it. Sometimes they don't. Okay, counter 2k my 5. We'll play Uta. Let's take... probably need some counter. We'll take a Hongo. Play Lucky Roo and pass. So he's supposed to be hand destruction, but I have more cards in my hand than he does. How did that happen? Okay, let's play Pudding. And then Zoro to ramp. So he's gonna go to, what, 8? No, 7. Yep, and then... Oh, he does go to 8. Okay, I miscounted. Oh, right, this Pudding ramps him too. Does it attack 6, 6? 6, we can just block, right? We'll block. Then kill Pudding. Ooh, okay. But it didn't matter. Even if he did 7 leader, I would have blocked, so the way he distributed that Dawn did not matter in the end. Play Newgate, Dawn leader. We'll kill Pudding? Is that what we want to kill here? 6 out lead. I'm guessing he needs it to ramp Dawn for something, so might as well get rid of it. Does counter 2. That's every card in his hand. I'm the one who's making him discard. Okay, I have a single 2k counter and a dream. 8k at Newgate, and then he'll put 3 more Dawn after that. That's fine. That'll make him use all the Dawn for the turn. Oh, he does 12. 7. He likes to pre-attach his Dawn. But in this case, I can't interact with it, so it works for him. 9 into 8. We will counter 2, just so that he eats up 1 more attack. And I want to finish the game at 5 life for fun. Right, that's his turn. Lone leader, 6 out lead. Takes it. Rayleigh kills Zoro. Pass. So he's at 10. We'll see if he drops anything scary that we can just pop with the Shanks, hopefully. I forgot, is OP05 Secret Rare Luffy a 12k or a 10k? He might be a 12k, in which case I can't deal with them with Shanks. Okay, it does play Mr. 2, that's going to be devastating against me. He can copy some pretty big stat lines here. Maybe I'll just pop him. Attacks 12k into me, we'll take. Dang it, we don't get our perfect game. Newgate is also an option, or another Shanks. Let's play Shanks. So we'll do 5 at lead. Okay, counters 1, we'll do 8 at lead. Takes, we'll play OP06 Shanks to kill Mr. 2 pass. Plays Extract to make us discard. Discard the Newgate. Okay, it does play Searcher Law. Finds a Luffy, 9 cost, that's next turn. You can do 9k at Rayleigh, I can counter that. He does do that. Or it could be at me, and that's at Rayleigh. Just counter 2 here. Maybe we have game. Right, it's a Luffy with no counter. So we'll do like 7, he'll take. 9 he'll take, and then 12 free game. Barring any like purple triggers. And then here's 9. I mean, interesting concept. I think the support's not there yet. But yeah, definitely the color combination I would pick. Purple-black. For like a hand destruction kind of deck. But yeah, unfortunately, it's not viable just yet. Soon. Hopefully. That's my hope for hand destruction. Okay, bye.
Card D Kaizoku.